Ever feel like you're on a hamster wheel, constantly chasing a future that never quite arrives? You tell yourself just one more project, one more promotion, then I'll relax, then I'll spend time with my family, then I'll finally start living. If that sounds familiar, then you need to hear Ryan's story. Ryan was the epitome of success. High-flying career, a beautiful home, all the markers of a life well lived. But on the inside, he was running on empty. His days were a blur of meetings, deadlines, and conference calls. He was always on, always connected to his work, but completely disconnected from his own life. His wife would plan a date night, and he'd have to cancel for a last-minute work crisis. His son would ask him to play catch, and he'd say, "Maybe later, buddy. Daddy's busy." Later became his default answer to life. He was building a future so diligently that he forgot to live in the present. The worst part? He didn't even realize what he was losing. He thought he was doing it all for his family, sacrificing for their future security. In reality, he was sacrificing their present happiness and his own. One afternoon, seeking a rare moment of quiet, Ryan found himself at a local park. He sat on a bench, laptop open of course, trying to squeeze in a few more emails. That's when he met David, an older gentleman with kind eyes and a story that would change Ryan's life forever. David noticed Ryan's frantic energy and gently struck up a conversation. He spoke about his own son, a man much like Ryan, driven, ambitious, and always focused on the next goal. David's son had also been a later person. He'd promised his own son a trip to see the ocean when the next big deal closes. He promised his wife a trip to Italy once the company goes public. He promised himself he'd learn to sail after retirement. Then, David's voice grew soft. His son never got to do any of those things. Sudden illness took him far too soon, leaving behind a legacy of unfulfilled promises and a question that haunted his family. David shared that one evening his grandson had asked his father, "Dad, we're always waiting for later. When do we get to live?" That simple, profound question from a child stopped Ryan in his tracks. He closed his laptop. "When do we get to live?" The words echoed in his mind. He looked at his own life, at the endless chase, the postponed joy, the relationships gathering dust while he polished his career. He realized he wasn't living, he was running. He was running towards a finish line that kept moving, convinced that happiness was a destination to be reached, not a journey to be experienced. He was treating the most precious parts of his life, his wife, his son, his own well-being, as secondary plots in the grand drama of his career. David, seeing the realization dawn on Ryan's face, offered him 3 pieces of advice, born from his own painful experience. First, he said, the people in your life are not supporting characters in your career story. They are the main story. Your family, your friends, they aren't just there to cheer you on from the sidelines of your professional life. They are the reason the story is worth telling at all. Their joy, their struggles, their presence, that's the real substance of a meaningful life. When you treat them as afterthoughts, you're missing the entire point. Second, David told him, rest is not a reward for hard work. It's the fuel that makes the work possible. Ryan had always seen rest as something he had to earn. He'd work himself to the bone, and then maybe allow himself a brief moment of peace before the cycle started again. David reframed it completely. Rest, hobbies, time off, these aren't luxuries. They are essential maintenance for your mind, body, and soul. You don't run a car until the engine seizes and then give it oil. You give it oil so it can run smoothly. Our lives are no different. True productivity comes from a place of being recharged and centered, not from a place of burnout. And finally, David's third piece of advice was the most powerful. Success isn't about how high you can climb. It's about how deeply you can live. Society sells us a very narrow definition of success. A bigger title, a larger paycheck, a more impressive sounding company. We spend our lives on a ladder, always looking up at the next rung, rarely looking around at the view. But what if success was measured differently? What if it was measured in moments of real connection? The laughter at the dinner table, the feeling of holding your child's hand, the quiet peace of a sunset shared with someone you love. That's a deep life, a rich life. Climbing a ladder can be lonely, but living deeply fills your life with connection and meaning. That conversation was the wake-up call Ryan desperately needed. He didn't wait until Monday. He didn't wait for the next quarter. He went home that very evening, and for the first time in years, he was fully present. He put his phone away, looked his wife in the eyes, and truly listened to her day. He wrestled with his son on the living room floor until they were both breathless with laughter. The next day at work, he started setting boundaries. He delegated tasks he didn't need to do. He blocked out time in his calendar for family dinners and blocked out weekends entirely. He started leaving work at a reasonable hour. It's not because his work was done, it was never truly done, but because he was done for the day. He chose to go live his life. His colleagues were surprised. Some were confused, but Ryan had a newfound clarity. He was trading the illusion of future perfection for the reality of present-day joy. He realized that the perfect future he was chasing was a mirage. The only time we are guaranteed is right now, this moment. The decision to live isn't a one-time event. It's 1,000 small choices you make every single day. It's the choice to put the phone down during dinner. It's the choice to say no to an extra work project, so you can say yes to coaching your kid's soccer team. It's the choice to take a walk without a destination, just to enjoy the air and clear your head. It's choosing to be a participant in your own life, not just an observer waiting for the good part to start. So I ask you the same question that changed everything for Ryan. When do you get to live? Are you waiting for retirement? For the kids to grow up? For that one big break? Life isn't a dress rehearsal. The show is happening right now, whether you're on stage or still waiting in the wings. Let's make the conscious choice to step into the spotlight of our own lives, to prioritize the people who matter most, and to measure our success, not by the heights we reach, but by the depth of the love and joy we experience along the way. Don't wait for later. Live now. Thanks so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content on living a more intentional and fulfilling life. We'd love to have you as part of our community. See you in the next video.